Mike should be in.
Should I give Father more wrinkles?
No.
Tori said he doesn't look old.
Okay, maybe some. That's not so much what I want to focus on. I more want to focus on, we got 3 minds. I want to focus on plot.
And see, I gave him big nose.
Alright. Get in here.
What a drag.
That's my line. Erasing Tori's mouth.
Alright, so Tori, do you have any questions about the plot? I guess let's start with that.
Because plot.
Show me your like normal face, like your resting face.
Yeah, that's you definitely. We need cameras all the time. We're just too funny.
My resting face is not a happy face. It looks sad.
No one has a happy face.
Nobody's
That's why
resting face should be
someone
happy.
created RBF for a reason. That wasn't me.
Not you? What the fuck was that?
It was Tori.
Tori, is that your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It sounded like it came from.
Show me your resting face. Why does he look happy?
I didn't think I looked happy.
He has a happy resting face and our
Can you open the chat real quick? Is it there's a like an accent mark on in Chīmu or something, right?
The eye is different.
Yeah. Okay. It's the line across, right? Chīmu hyphen. What episode of Talks is this? Sorry, plot questions. That doesn't help us. Alright, fine. Lily, say everything that we were saying out in the living room again. Your ideas for
Every clock will say 12:12.
okay. Easter eggs.
We can be birds.
Lily wants to put a lot of Easter eggs in
shirts.
backgrounds of stuff.
I don't want all the clocks to say 12:12. Then we would make it look like we're dumb.
No, but like
Not all, but there's
Maybe one
that's gotta be
episode or
included
one something.
maybe we'll have just like one clock that's broken and it will always be 12:12.
there's that. We could also do if Denise is going to be in it when her character is introduced. It's 12:12, and we just don't say anything about it. But there's just like a very big clock behind her the whole time she's
It says
talking,
12:12.
and it never changes. Does she want me to come down there just so she can make fun of me? Maybe a little bit. I told Denise that she's gonna come visit because Lily knows nothing about her except for the 12:12 story, and then she texted back, "Does she want me to come visit just so she can make fun of me?" Alright, where's Talks? Night Talks. This is going to be episode 19. It is 19. Alright, I wasn't sure.
Does her face look too big? No, her lips. Should I make it smaller?
I don't know. I don't know. Tori, look at this. I mean, you're very critical, so maybe you'd be worse than I would be. I just don't see Tori when I look at it. Why did you make yourself the best? Huh? That's not...
This doesn't even look like me.
That could be anime you. That really could be.
It's just the colors. And this, I didn't draw. I found this cool thing where it had like a bunch of patterns. So I just took one that looked like something I would wear.
That's what they have in whatever this app is that I've used before.
Oh, this also has backgrounds.
Oh, cool. Well, that could save us some time.
You Doodle, I think. That's not the one you use, right, Lily? Ibis Paint. So you Doodle, you can pick a pattern and just color it in.
Yeah, I think that's the one we used to play with on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Tori, what do you want your mouth to be? Do you want a smile? Or...
Lily also wanted a reference where there's a bunch of Lily dolls in the background at a store.
Are we recording?
Yes, it's constantly
Oh,
going.
we're streaming?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a stream on user 3.
That's why I'm going to stay quiet.
Which is what we're going to do when we do behind the scenes. It's going to be on my side account, so people have to go looking for it. If you want to know behind the scenes shit about our cool series, you gotta go find it.
Probably shouldn't post things at all.
Yeah.
Well, I can make this private later.
Because
people can steal our ideas.
Yeah.
Alright.
If we're not quick enough.
Well.
Okay, what do you think of Tori's hair?
No one watches my other account anyway, it's fine.
That's not what I asked. So what do you think of Tori's hair? I wanted it to be long because her hair is long.
Yeah, her hair's fine.
Like straight.
Her hair looks like
kinda
anybody could be Tori. That's fine. But her face, no, that's not Tori's face. I don't know what we could do, but that's not Tori's face. Unless we just get used to it.
I mean, my face isn't always going to look like that. It's whatever's happening.
Yeah, but
it's not like you're going to just take
face.
this and put it in each
my
picture.
My resting face is smiling.
You can't get away with that. It's just, we just take your head and just move it around.
Or is it the face shape for father? It looks like Pacha.
It's a combination of the face shape,
the eyes,
the biggest nose, and the giant
mouth.
eyebrows.
And it fits because Pacha is father. And
I mean, I'm not against it.
That's wrong there.
You gave me bangs, Lily. I don't have bangs anymore.
No, but I feel like it fits your character. And you used to have bangs all the time. You don't have bangs anymore?
She's telling you to have bangs again. Tori hasn't bangs in a while.
I feel like she's always had just like the little bit of... You not want bangs?
This is younger me, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
This is early 20s, Tori.
Well, this had bangs.
And I look younger than I remember.
Oh, you taped this?
Yeah, because it kept fucking blowing around and the wind would not...
This has bangs.
Knock it over.
And that was... What year was that?
I don't remember you growing out your bangs, though.
Yeah.
And then I gave her a heart-shaped necklace because she's always wearing like necklaces like that, like the dragon one that she has. The one that the lady liked. Amazon.
No, that wasn't the dragon one.
That was the heart one, right?
Yeah, that was the red heart one.
That one's not a dragon?
Mm-mm.
Might want to just stop saying things that you know. No, it definitely was it was raining at the funeral.
It
was not.
It was.
No, we confirmed it was not. Don't confuse yourself. Sure.
Oh, Lily. Yesterday, when you were trying to take a picture of the cool sky, you shouldn't have used Snapchat.
Why?
Because Snapchat sucks. Look.
No, my Snapchat's fine.
That's what you should have gotten. Something like that.
Yeah, let's focus here.
Oh.
Tori, the plot. What are your issues with the plot?
I don't know.
How much did you tell her?
I told her a lot. I read her so much of that shit. Alright, Lily, what do you like about it?
How did you make her go to sleep?
No. Alex got home and made food at like whatever time in the morning. Lily, what do you like about the story?
I like the powers. I like the weapons.
Well, what are we doing about the weapons? That's an issue we need to address. So we have the totems. We loaded up with energy, our elemental energy.
Are you making sure that we can be heard?
Yeah, I already checked.
Okay.
Can we check again?
Yeah. I don't want to say all this and then it's just like, oh, the fan.
Yeah, we had a night talk like that. It was when we went to go get ice cream, and we were recording on one phone, and the phone filled up, so we used my other phone, and the mic is horrible. So
We were talking about the Fortnite characters.
Yeah. But it was just Alex and I for the video I'm talking about, where it's really bad. Yeah, it's fine. Sounds good. Alright, so, anyway. So we load up the totems with our elemental energy, and then, what? That turns into a katana, and that katana can turn into like whatever our weapons that we have that we use for our Power Ranger idea. So yours would turn it to just the dirt that you control, and mine goes into the double sword, or the sword that goes into the double sword goes back into the knight sword. I love that idea so much. We need to adjust what Tori's doing, because Tori did not like the trident idea. So what the hell are you gonna have instead, Tori?
Do we have scythes yet?
I thought we picked something for me.
Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think we did something.
What did we do?
Don't you have it written?
Yeah. Where's my phone? The one that was playing music. Where'd that one go? The one that we watched go
Isn't
get.
that one? Isn't it this one?
Yeah. I didn't know it was
Lily, I dropped your ring.
there.
Is it okay?
I can see.
Better be okay.
I'm going blind. There. There is Tori's face.
Perfect.
It looks like a mustache.
We'll just use that for somebody else, one of the side characters. Somebody in the background. Well, actually, if you look carefully, that was the original art for Tori. Did you screenshot it, Tori? No. Zoom out, screenshot. Don't you at me. We're gonna need that when we're making fucking, what's it called? Easter eggs? Alright. So, for what I have down for Tori is that when she...
Why didn't I draw Teresa?
She initially has a trident, and then when she starts to use ice powers, she has a sword that's an AR. That's all I wrote down. AR sword, question mark? What the fuck does that mean?
No.
What, like, the
I don't
ninja
want to
storm?
try it. Tridents are ugly.
What? No, they're not, first
Aquaman
of all.
sucks.
Second,
I agree.
a trident that comes back to you. Third, you're the water person.
I don't want a trident.
Well, you never...
I didn't pick water.
You don't want water?
I didn't pick any of this.
You don't want water?
No, I don't care about the water part, but I don't want the trident.
Well, what do you want? You've never suggested anything better.
I'll just give Tori a mask.
We talked about this. We listed out a bunch of weapons and stuff.
And what did you say?
I don't know.
Because all I wrote down was AR sword, question mark.
Well, read her, like, the options that are available.
Oh, there's
Because
a ton available.
But can we make a character with a mask just because of that?
It's gonna end up being Tori, apparently. We can't get her face right, so she's just gonna wear a mask. That's what happened with Kakashi.
And we're gonna have someone be like, Tori, you know COVID's over, right? No, this is before COVID.
Yeah, this would be way... Well, actually, no. Technically, it takes place in 2050.
So it's like Princess Bride.
It takes place in 2050.
Why?
But then again, in our dimension, there is no fucking COVID because people aren't stupid.
But in Princess Bride, the guy's like, why are you wearing a mask? They're very comfortable. I think they will become popular in the future. You've never seen that?
No.
And people are like, oh, that's weird because now people...
Alex literally has a mask that said it.
Yeah.
Oh. She's gonna go get it, even though she's supposed to be here. Telling me
She's
what weapons
helping.
she wants. It has nothing to do with the series.
Yeah, it does.
Hell, that looks more like Tori. Like, I'm not kidding. That looked better than your little squiggly thing that you had first. You had a different, but yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, okay. No, you know what? You're showing me that the eyes are not the problem. It was just the mouth that was really bugging me. Yeah. That looks like it could be Tori.
I fixed the eye.
I'm fine with that. Oh, cool.
Let me show you what I had. It was like slanted weird. So I just moved it.
Okay. I don't know. I'm getting used to it. I think I'm just associating that's Tori. So I'm gonna be fine.
Tori,
with
is this your resting face?
Anime Tori.
Why do you wear a mask?
Oh, and mildly.
It's just they're terribly comfortable. I think everyone will be wearing them in the future.
But that's not that mask. That's an eye mask.
Yeah.
Because those aren't masks. Those are surgical masks.
They're masks.
No. The mask covers your whole face. Anyway, Tori needs a big fucking weapon.
Is this story?
Scythe, crossbow, hammer. We basically just listed a bunch of things from Valhalla. A wand.
Flute? Is flute still on there?
Yes, it is definitely.
I remember talking about that.
Yeah.
Did I tell you yo-yo?
Hell, there's gonna be a Zack from another dimension that uses water. He's got a trident.
Is this Tori?
Yeah, I see it as Tori now. I guess I'm just getting used to it. I'm never gonna get used to the Bucky though.
Why?
I don't know. I don't see it as Bucky. And then me.
Look at the
and
colors.
my hair is all wrong. Yeah, no, that's great. But
Where is it?
I couldn't fucking tell you. You should just make a folder.
Why does that look like Jared? I changed the mouth. I changed everything. Look at that.
I think his hair is wrong.
This is what we had.
Yeah, that didn't look like him. That looked like Dean Winchester's. His face got like.
And I made it
stretched.
that. And you still don't like it?
I don't think that looks. I think Tori would agree that that does not look like Bucky. Alex looks good. He looks slightly off, but you know it looks like it could be an anime Alex.
That's not Jared.
I don't see that as anime Bucky.
He has curly hair. He's got tattoos. He's got a chain. He's got earrings.
Well,
He's
Bucky's
got
got
like
curlier hair. Also, we're talking about younger Bucky, right? How much younger? We gotta figure that out. I guess age-wise.
Just have us all be the same age.
What part of plot are you guys not getting? Well, we're all siblings. So what? We're all twins?
No.
Or whatever that would be?
No, just have like varying. Like
Quintuplets?
obviously you're older than Jared, so like maybe you're 18 and he's 17. I'm 15.
That seems like a lot to put on mother to pump one out every single year.
Isn't that like cheaper by the dozen?
Yeah,
Or-
a fictional story. You're correct.
That's what this is.
I don't know, man. People back in the day had a lot of kids.
But every single year?
They had a lot of kids. Some of them had like 12 to 15 kids.
And yet there were so many less people in the world.
Were you counting?
Duh. You're just sitting there waiting to be born.
Alright, Atoria. The scythe.
Scythe. Oh, that'd be so cool. I want a scythe. Chīmu-Nova has a scythe.
How about the evil Lily has a scythe?
Yes.
Lily 66.
Do you know who Chīmu-Nova is?
We need to figure out what Lily's gonna, like Lily 66 gimmick, because originally it was going to be gimmick puppets. But now that we're not doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
She is a scythe.
What is she from?
Sheriff of the End.
She
It's
looks
a
familiar.
vampire anime.
Okay, so why don't you tell me a little bit about evil Lily? What do you want her to be?
Uh,
She comes from Dimension 66? Yeah? Do you even know what Dimension 66 is?
That's where Josh 66 comes from.
Not only Josh 66, also Zach 66, Mark 66, Mark father.
Oh, father.
So that is the initial dimension that the story like chronologically would follow, but we're gonna go out of order.
Well, that's
and
where
explain
the
that
witches
later.
are from, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the book itself is from 66. It's supposed to be
No,
a more
'cause-
negative evil dimension. Because originally it was it was supposed to be a future of Zexel if the main characters in Zexel lost and the bad guys like kind of won. So, yeah, but obviously we're not doing that. So, yes, it does look like Tori. Now, the more I look at it, it looks like it could be Tori. I like it. I think you just fixing that eye was enough for me.
No, I need help with the mouth.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. Just leave it blank at this point because whatever expression she has will work.
You think that looks like her?
Yes.
I don't need to add glasses.
Tori doesn't always wear glasses. I'm sure if Tori would like to be a bit skinnier, maybe Tori wouldn't want to have glasses at all. Question mark?
I could have some glasses and some different things.
There you go.
Yeah. What if I just gave her a straight face? No, like a thin straight face.
Yeah. Well, that's not even connected. Why'd you do that?
That's how anime is.
What anime? Show me an anime ever where their mouth doesn't touch the rest of their mouth. No, I take it back. Just you're wrong. Just let's stay focused here. God damn it!
Look at this.
It's already 2 as Tori is. It still touches. It just doesn't. It's lighter when it gets in the middle. You just basically did a magic eraser down the middle of their mouth. Tori, scythe.
No.
So Lily.
Evil Lily
Lily
has
66 scythe. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause it's...
Tell me a bit about Lily 66. What elemental powers? Is she just gonna be dark, generic? Well, I mean, Evil Zack uses fire as well, so you know it.
Maybe she's like Earth, but she's like dead Earth.
Well, you could just be dark. I don't mind.
Like, her vines are dead.
Okay, well, let's establish who is in the evil dimension, because I don't want just Dark to be stuck with evil people. Because Dark doesn't always have to be bad. Look at
Dark
Koji
Bomber.
from, I'm pretty sure Dark Bomber's evil. The whole thing with the Darks in Fortnite is evil versions of them. Yes, I'm like 90% sure. Anyway. Koji? Is that his name?
Koichi.
Or is Koji the younger brother?
Koichi.
Koichi's the older brother?
Thank you.
Koichi. I think you gotta, yeah, okay. But like that, you know, he uses dark powers, but he's a good guy.
Well.
He is eventually. Stop being, controlled by it. Anyway. Perfect. No, I really do see that as Tori's eyes and nose and hair and eyebrows. Like, whatever fucking mouth you put on her, it works now for me. At first, you can just leave it blank, and okay, that's Tori.
Can I just put a mask?
Stop trying to put a mask on me.
What face do you want?
What do you want your base face?
Yeah.
Just
I don't need a crazy happy smile like you, but
just give her the little smirk, the line with, and then it ends at one end with a curve. That's all she needs.
What's wrong with my smile?
because I'm not that happy. Lily's that happy.
Lily's the best. Well, now that she's getting older and she's realizing how shitty this world is, she's not quite as happy as she used to be. But
Is that what you said?
yeah, it does. Start from the other end. Oh, that's good. Stop. Just don't do anything else. I don't. Maybe her chin is too pointy. She looks kind of masculine with her jawline on her right side, our left side. It looks too. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's a lot better. That's a lot better.
But it doesn't match now. I have to move this one.
Yeah, okay, sure, but I'm just saying she. Well, no. That was the better one. So if you're gonna erase anything, erase the other one and redo it. That one looks a lot better, like more defined.
They kind of match.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Her chin is still kind of pointy. Tori doesn't have a pointy chin. Yeah.
Tori, look that way.
I think you're making just round off the chin a little bit more.
I have a butt chin.
I know where you are.
I never noticed that either. I guess. Alright, you're gonna draw them so many times you're gonna get better at it anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, so Evil Zach uses fire. Evil Josh uses dark. Or maybe we can make him use light. I haven't decided what Evil Josh would do. In the original thing he used evil swarms. That dimension Jared uses dark, that dimension Father uses dark, but they're both good people. Obviously, the Guardians use their corresponding elements. The Wind Witch, the Water Witch, it's in the name. Evil Lily was going to use gimmick puppets, which were a dark archetype, so I'm fine with.
Ooh, can you have pigtails? Because like Harley Quinn.
I have like no plan for her anymore. Originally, she was in like a hood at all times, like a jacket with the hood up.
Well, isn't she the one?
And the sides would look cool with that, but she can have pigtails
Who's
under
the
her
one
hood.
who we thought was dead and then? No, that was Francesca. Francesca's gonna show.
No, we
up.
never thought she was dead. We just didn't know where it went.
Oh, Francesca, to draw her, that's gonna be fun.
Well, she's Saga too, so she doesn't really, that's more later on thing. Yeah, so I told Tori, I guess I told you, I'm writing the Saga 1 like main plot. That's all me. You guys figure out Saga 2.
Then why are we helping you with Saga 1?
So that way it's not stupid. You're not.
Well, then you're gonna help us with Saga 3.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna like write the story as much as I'm writing it right now. I'm gonna kind of step away.
What if people don't like it then?
Well, then I'll come back for Saga 3, and that'll get people. Oh, Zach's gonna be on this one. We'll get more popularity. All right, so why don't you fun little side project? Why don't you draw Evil Lily? So do a new picture completely. You're gonna do 1 and 1. So one's gonna be with her with the hood up, and one's gonna be with the hood down. But I want you to. It's got to be her same face, okay? And draw her with her scythe and whatever. Okay, so Tori, let's continue on here. Crossbow. a hammer of any kind. Could be a giant one, could be a tiny one, like Thor. No. Okay, you know in Brawlhalla where they got the orb weapon? You just kind of move it around with your like mind, basically. No. Katars, like the little knives on the end of your arms. Think Assassin's Creed.
I don't know.
Okay. And you could do one or both, or you can actually just be a little knife, you know. Tori, just, if we were in a zombie apocalypse, and besides a gun, what would you want your melee weapon to be? Or, my idea before for you, like, because you didn't like to try to, was an AR sword, like in Ninja Storm, where it's a gun, but it's also a sword when you take the sword part out. Did you want something like that?
I don't know.
Just straight up an AR, but also you can pull out part of it and now it's a sword, and the AR would then be the sheath, I guess, and you can put it on your back.
I don't know.
Well, that was my second idea for it. All right, otherwise I'll just keep suggesting things. Lily, did you have something to?
A chainsaw. Do we have that yet?
Technically we do. I think yes, we already have it written down. It was in a dream of mine that alternate dimension Josh used. So I think. Did I write that down for Josh's official weapon?
Eden also has a scythe.
I never wrote it down, but yeah, no, I think he should just have it. Oh yeah, he does.
There's it. There it is.
Do you want a more basic one, or what? That looks like Ruby's. You love Ruby, don't you?
I actually want to watch it at some point. It's on my anime list.
Yeah,
I think I just got.
You just gotta watch it with like expectation lowered. I think it's okay.
Huh.
Ruby, it's RWBY.
Red, yellow.
Made by Rooster Teeth. I don't really even know.
Her scythe is so cool because she like, it's like a pen kind of, and she like opens it up. There's an example.
Like the lightning thief. So what? They can steal, but I'm not allowed to steal? Huh?
Did you see it's like a little pen?
Tori nodded.
Oh, it's a key, I think. And it opens
It
up
does look like a
the
little
scythe.
key. Well, that's kind of what our thing is. That our totem becomes a weapon.
Oh, so you're stealing from Seraph of the End?
No, because I thought it was a verb.
This is old.
Alright, Tori. A cannon.
Nope.
A spear.
Is this Ruby?
Yes.
Nope.
A rocket lance.
Nope.
A lance.
Oh, lance would be cool.
Lily.
I like so many weapons.
How many lilies are there going to be? That's my next question.
Alright, stop with me in the weapons because I don't know.
What? Alright, fine. Lily, how many lilies do we have so far?
Yes, it's like 2.
That's it?
Hmm?
There's way more lilies. How
I
many?
said he has a scythe too.
Oh. How many lilies are there in the Lily Star? In the series altogether so far?
A lot.
Oh my god. You're supposed to be drawing Evil Lily.
I'm trying to find a good scythe.
That's not the base of what you're supposed to be doing. You can do that later. Draw her with the hood on, and hood with the hood off, and she's got pigtails. Okay. Right, she doesn't have to have the hood off, but she has to have the hood down. You know what I mean? It's up to you. And it could be a zip up sweater, or it can just be like a throw over sweater. It's up to you. Well, there's Lily 1, right? Duh. There's Lily 66.
Solid.
That's not Lily. What else? Is that all the lilies we have so far? There's only 2 fucking lilies? That don't make no sense. There's gotta be a lot more lilies than that.
I found this template, and I can have her as holding the scythe like that.
Sounds good. Lily. How many lilies are there?
How
think
many lilies at the lily store?
That looks the coolest. saying another Lily with a lance.
Did you rate the other ones yet? For you said 6 for Lily, but
right. Tori can be a 3 or a 4, is what I said. And then Father.
What about with the fixed mount?
They might just both be 3s for now. Maybe Tori can get 4. Since I do like it better than Father. Or maybe like a 350 for Tori. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. And I was saying it would be really funny if there's a Zach with like a crazy long amount of numbers. I think Zach 3614111.
5, 1, 7, 7, 7.
I guess we didn't write down how many Liz there. We only wrote down how many Zachs there were. No, there's a Jared 77 who kills Tori and Alex, but we don't have any plan for anyone else in that dimension.
Is Lily 66 like obviously evil, or is she like she pretends to be good?
No, just 100% obviously evil.
Okay, so then I won't draw highlights in her eyes.
Okay. Is that like an Easter egg thing you're doing?
Why?
Or people that are obviously evil? Or
No, but like if she's pretending to be good, then I'll add highlights.
we also need to draw Josh at some point. He's one of the main characters, and he's got the 3 versions of himself.
He's gonna voice all of them?
Yes, he's very excited. I'm excited too to be different Zachs. I think it's gonna be fun.
I don't know if I can do it.
Well, so far you're only being 2, so. And there could be a mention of a Lily in 77, or what the deal is there, I don't know. Maybe in 77 there was no Lily, and that's why Jared's more evil. Ooh.
No, Jared would be good.
No, he was not good before you were born.
Oh, doctor said. Oh my God.
Any other thoughts?
Oh God, doctor said.
Yes, this is another important-ish character. I've always had this image with Josh 66 being, you know, when he becomes older, obviously, having long hair and wrinkly face. That's about as far as what that went. I never actually drew him. Maybe Mark and Denise and other people that aren't part of Saga 1 could just be in Saga 2 if they want to. So far I have no plans with them at all. But you know, we need Josh, we need Jesus, we need the 6 of us. We need to find a good voice actress for Chikyu, preferably Asian, because
I do Chikyu.
You think so? No,
I can do the Chikyu.
The dream is to get the person who did Mulan. What's her name? I can't think of her actual name. But that would be the fucking dream. Hey, can be you. Also, the guy from Achievement Hunter, the one who does the Santa one. Yeah, that's where the character Michael comes from. I just straight up pictured it as him. So you know, he actually does some voice acting. If we can get him on, that'd be crazy awesome. Never gonna happen, but you know what I mean. Those are the dreams. Okay, I'm not gonna pronounce her name because I'm probably gonna butcher it. But yeah, that chick did Mulan and is in Star Wars.
She's in Star Wars?
Yeah. That's why I want to get her skin in Fortnite.
Oh, Fennec?
Mm-hmm.
Fennec is Mulan?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the person who voices Mulan. Anybody else important that we need? I mean, like, anybody can play Gary. Doesn't fucking matter.
Gary, you promised.
That's fun. What else is important in the side one? We need somebody to be Juan. Tori loved that joke. She started cracking up.
What?
That Juan wants to destroy all the dimensions but one.
She started cracking up?
No,
I don't believe that.
Not at all. Anybody else important? Oh, obviously we would need a Wind Witch and a Water Witch voice actresses. Maybe it could just be the same person. Just do both of them. That's more like season 3. Alright, so season 1 is the first thing we gotta come out with. Right, and then maybe we can get a Patreon going, make some money off the views and blah blah blah, and then we can, invest more money into the production, right? So for season 1, we need Chikyu. We need the 6 of us, and is Josh even in at all? I think he should be. Not talking to myself here.
Concentrate.
Yeah, no. Tori, I'm not helping you.
No.
What was the question?
Who all would we need to be voice actors in the first season?
6 of us.
Right. Chikyu, Josh, question mark?
The witches.
No, because they're backstory stuff that we explain later on, so that doesn't really,
What?
that could be like season 2. Unless you want to start, I'm not
Didn't
against
it
that,
start
actually.
with that?
That is chronologically, yes,
Yeah.
but that's something that I explained way later in the series.
No, but when you started talking to me about it, that was the first thing you went over.
Because I told you in chronological order. But when I was writing the series, that was something that came to me later, so something I was going to introduce later to kind of like backstory explain. But what if we could open up the series with that? Kind of like how Naruto opens up with, hey, the nine-tailed fox attacked, and then it cuts to, we could explain, okay, back in the Salem witch trials, the witches threw the book into the portal, and go from there. But when the story starts, see, I don't know, how much of chronological order do we want to go in? Because if we just blatant chronological order, there's like no mystery. But if we tell it out of order slightly, then there's some questions that people would, the viewers would have. And that's where I'm kind of at. Is her jacket ripped?
No, it's her shirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe I'll have like one side like that, the other side is normal.
Yeah. Okay. It would probably have to be longer because typically things with hoods have longer sleeves.
Oh, this isn't the hood one. This one's the hood one.
So in that picture, she doesn't have her hood on at all, her jacket, whatever it is. Is it gonna be like a cloak or is it gonna be like a hood?
Cloak.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, she's got a cloak and a scythe. What is she, fucking death?
Yeah. She's gonna kill
Oops. I was thinking. Hey, look, we're gonna actually use images for once. Oh fuck! I didn't do that. Stop. System setting. Use it. Hey, look, it's like Mulan. Nyx. I've got the site in the.
What do you think of her hair?
That looks like Harley Quinn.
It's not the.
Right.
Maybe I'll make it more.
Maybe people will love her because it looks like Harley
Like Jinx.
Right.
She's just not a psycho. She's just a psycho. She's not crazy. She just wants to kill a lot of people.
That sounds like Holly.
Well, Holly's not in this, so she is Holly.
Holly is in this.
How is Holly in this?
Holly's an alternate dimension.
You said there's only 2 Lilies.
Lily is not Holly. You're not the same person. It was you. This person was born instead of you. That's not you. Tori, help me out here.
He's yelling at me.
And I've told you this so many fucking times. I literally just said it a few minutes ago.
Language.
Tori, help me out here. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Yes, you're wrong. So stop bringing it up like that.
Sorry.
I don't know if you're joking to mess with me or if you're being serious, but you're wrong.
Can't pizza.
I don't even want you to voice Holly. Somebody else would voice Holly. Hell, Tori could voice Holly. That would make more sense to me.
Tori, do voice.
How many different voices you got, Tori?
I don't know.
Lily and I, remember we sat there once we did our Arsenal?
The old man.
Which one? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what we're talking about. Who had an old man? You or me?
Me.
Oh, what was it? Let's do it again. Do it right now. Do it into the mic. Go.
You son of a boy, you get off my lawn. I just put down those roses yesterday.
Oh, it's an
I
old.
just got the out.
It's an old Southern man. Is that what it is?
I just ordered the coffee yesterday.
Lily, I was driving around the other day and I was thinking, okay, so who's gonna voice like a bunch of random characters? Because like early in production, we don't want to hire a bunch of people. And I'm like, dude, we're gonna do the next fucking Danny Phantom, where it's like somebody's looking up the cast and it's like, oh, that's Zach. Oh, that's also Zach. Oh, that's Lily. Oh, that's Zach. What? Zach did that too? That's Lily.
I just got the coffee yesterday.
Futurama's like that too.
I've yet to be reimbursed.
Not to the extreme.
Does anyone else have this problem? Ooh, maybe her barrettes should be like skulls or something.
You're wrong. Her hair looks too light. Maybe once you make it brown, I'll see more of, or less of a Harley Quinn.
And I'll make it like brown and black or something. Maybe brown and purple. Because I gave Lily
Purple tips. Okay.
pink. Cause like, I think I'd dye my hair pink when I'm 15.
You mean next year?
Well, I got red.
Yeah, I think Lily can be around 15.
And you hated it.
Okay, well.
Okay, yeah. So Lily can be 15. Bucky can be 17. Zach can be 19. Tori can be 21. Alex.
We're exactly 2 years apart.
22. That's not that different.
All of us are exactly 2 years apart.
That's
fine.
I like that better than all of us 1 year apart.
Well, I don't like that at all, but.
But we need to be close enough in age that like it's not that far fetched that we would. I don't know. If we're all,
we all hang
think about
out and
Power
we're all
Rangers.
different ages.
Power Rangers, they're all like the same age. Maybe a year off.
But like, our family hangs out and we're all different ages.
It's more for. I don't.
Am I gonna have to draw a Pharaoh Alex?
No, I guess we're scrapping him. Because the whole point of him was for Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Unless we go to a dimension where Egypt thrived and strived and kept on going, and that's up to Alex. If he wants to keep Pharaoh Alex to be a character, I don't mind. We just have to figure it out. In Saga 2, I want there to be pirate versions of us, though. Interdimensional pirates. So we go around dimension to dimension, just like stealing whatever the fuck we want.
Does that look like a skull?
Yeah.
Like a piece of bread.
It looked like a piece of toast with eyes. What was my question? Oh. Yeah, so this is actually very important here. How do we want to do
Ooh, I like that.
explaining the plot? Yeah, that's good. Because I told you both the plot in chronological order, but like, how should we?
I think we should start out with the witch stuff, have the book get lost, and then go to the present where we're trying to come together.
And then later on we explain the middle part where the Joshes had it. Because that's what happens. Evil Josh gets the book, then good Josh gets the book, then good Josh gives the books to Shinpei, and Shinpei tries to kill Chikyu, and so Chikyu's forming an army, and that's where the kind of...
Hey, protect me.
Yeah, hey, guys, protect me.
Tori, what do you think?
Sorry.
So, I don't know.
That doesn't help me. Originally, she was going to have toast in her hair, but then we thought skulls would look cooler. Toasty!
That looks cool. Ooh, what should I do for her eyes? Should be evil. Maybe they should be tiny.
We're gonna make a theme song for the show. That could be fun. Oh, we get to write the music. There you go. That'll be Alex's big break. He's always wanted to write a song.
Should her eyes be like that, or like everyone else's, where it's like big? We'll just try to make them look creepy in this one.
Yeah, I think it would make more sense if everyone kind of had the same type of.
I gave all the guys, like, their eye shapes are different than the girls. Like, the girls, they're more like open, you see, and then the guys, it's more like straight and like closed.
Well, I've had no issue with that so far.
Because I want like our style to be recognizable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely want our character to be recognizable. I think part of that goes with having the same outfit. So if you guys don't want to do that, you know.
I think that's recognizable.
But are you one of the people that want to have different character outfits every time?
Yeah.
Well then what the fuck? That doesn't matter.
I'm gonna make but there's gonna be pink in my outfit. Anytime. No, every time.
All the time?
Yeah. Why is that line there? Oh, that was before I saved the picture. The line isn't there anymore, right? Okay, I got it.
Okay, so I kind of like your idea of we explain what the book is. We explain that the witches stole it and tried to, send it to the future, and then we just kind of cut the present day. What, Shinpei already has it? And then later on explain how he got it?
Yes. How can I make her eyes look creepy? I like her hair though.
Yeah, that's good.
And the skulls.
So the season 1 is supposed to be us establishing powers, and learning to be a team and all that nonsense. No. Season 2 is the more the interdimensional stuff. Season 3 is the climax. So.
There's gonna be some fights though in season 1, right? We don't want people.
Fights.
Okay, I was gonna say we don't want people to get bored. I feel like she should have a skirt because Lily has a skirt. What do you think?
I only pictured her in jeans and a sweater, and you didn't like that idea, so I don't know. It'd be kind of weird to have a skirt and a cloak.
No.
Mm-hmm. I should write down chainsaw sword for her, but I'm sure.
Do you still have my ring?
Mm-hmm.
I literally already had it written down. It was just on the next line if it was too long. Okay, so my idea was Lily's idea. The series, like first episode, opens with explaining what the book is, that the witches steal it, try to send it to the future for somebody worthy, and then it cuts to Shinpei having the book, and then throughout season 2, at like the end of every episode, we show pieces of the past of what happened between that. So every episode you learn just a little bit more. So it's kind of like
Cobra Kai.
I don't know. I don't watch crap. Ellie's shaking her head. Tori looks offended.
What are you doing, Corey? You drawing?
She's doing Pokemon Go. Tori, we need your help.
She said she wanted to do this.
Not exactly.
And you wrote, we have a new mind.
Well, because she was talking to me about it, and she was giving me some suggestions, so I thought she was interested. I'm actually going to ask Josh if he wants to contribute some stuff, because he seems to be big into D&D right now, and you need storytelling and stuff like that for that. So yeah, maybe you can help.
Have heels.
I have my story in mind. I just need to work out all the details. That's all I need you guys for.
Oh, that's all, huh?
Agreed.
Obviously, Lily, you want Francesca to be in Saga 2. Are there any other desires for that? Holly's gonna be in it too.
Francesca.
I
said Francesca.
Oh, well, yeah, because that's her thing. She's
Francine.
in army school.
Remember the girl I drew?
I guess.
With the teddy bear?
Sure.
Maybe someone can hide their totem in that teddy bear.
So they just load up the teddy bear, and they have to always hold the teddy bear and stuff.
Ew.
Where do I talk about? Okay, so things set up for Saga 2. Francesca recruiting criminals for her army. A female figure, in parentheses, Holly, because we know it, but the viewer first time wouldn't know. Sitting over a bloody mess of dead and mangled Peppo kids. A demented-looking Bucky using 3 totems to whatever we call morph. A knight reporting to an unseen character that he discovered how to get the book, because we were talking about having a knight villain would be really cool. So yeah, there's some things for Saga 2 that I was
Why don't you want to write it?
So
why don't you want to write it?
Because I know whenever we talk about stuff like this, you guys have ideas and we might not agree on everything. And I don't want my original idea to be, completely changed. So I just figured I'd let you guys continue to do whatever you want. That way everyone kind of wins. I get my first part of the story, you guys get the rest. I'll help out, but if I'm outvoted on something that was very important to me, I don't want to lose it, so I'll just do my stuff first and then you guys can do the rest. That makes sense? Because we had a chat going of
Yu-Gi-Oh! Denali.
no, our PR storyline.
You did?
Yeah. Jesus is actually in that one too.
I don't remember that.
Yep, it exists. September 30th, 2021. Lily suggested our Zords can shrink down or rather grow to be our Zords that act as our pets and have a personality. That can just be our familiars. Can become armor, since our leaders can do battleizers. This way everyone has a cool extra form. Some villains will use lackeys, some will not. Some are working for the main villain, completely undetermined who or anything about them. Some do not. The main villain has a few generals that do not most of the fighting and all use the main villain's lackeys. Holly will not use any lackeys and is way more the lone wolf type. I think we keep with that. Using multiple elements is rare. Mixing elements is even more rare.
we should have two different phrases for mixing elements. One is combining two elemental attacks. Example, fire and wind to make a stronger, bigger, hotter fire. So that's like if Alex and I teamed up for attacks, but it's not me giving him my totem or anything like that. The other being mixing into a new element. Water plus wind equals ice. These should definitely be different phrases, but I need help deciding what each should be. I want a knight villain. Maybe one of the generals. But your battleizer is kinda like a knight, says Lily. I don't fucking care.
I didn't say that.
You did say that. But your battleizer is kinda like a knight. Yep, that's exactly what he said. I want a Stein Scarecrow villain, much like Kakuzu, who uses multiple elements by replacing his body parts with former rangers. See with that, we don't need to be that grotesque with it because it's just a totem. Unless we still do, because I did say that the totem merges with a person, like, not merges, but like links with someone. So it's like, that totem will now only work for that person in terms of recharging. So he would need that person's body part to recharge it. Oh, what happened? He doesn't start out with 5, but eventually does have 5, and maybe eventually learns to fuse them. You would be a lone wolf type.
Lily is bored in school. Write a villain or something. Too lazy.
Yeah, that's my Lily. Because we have more than enough heroes. All of our heroes are just real people we've met. Hey, you should be in our zombie apocalypse thingy. And we don't have enough villains. I'm thinking combine and fuse, respectively.
Zach, you've got 4 villains.
Huh?
You've got 4 villains.
I do?
S1, S2, S3, S4.
I don't get it.
S1, S2, S3, S4.
No.
Season 1?
SK, A, N.
Oh, skanks. Skanks.
Oh.
No.
And then it's like,
they just don't exist in my series.
And then it's like, why is it always Zach's?
It's like, you gotta stop dating horrible people. No, that's just real life. Alright, so I texted Josh, I said, question. He said, so.
I think my game is busted.
It's because you're not supposed to be playing right now.
I claimed everything. I went to bonus rewards, and it tells me to claim Battle Pass page 10 rewards, which everything is claimed already.
I'll help you see.
Do you have pizza?
You know the answer to that already.
It's fixed now.
Okay.
It took a second for it to realize.
Yeah, that's weird. Did you just claim the page and that's...
A couple minutes ago.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I had already claimed page 10 for you. I know I went through and got you the V-Bucks. That's what I did it to you.
Do you like her bracelet?
It's interesting.
It's a bunch of sixes.
Oh, cool. Her favorite.
What do you think?
I more want to see the cloaked version because no, hold on, it'll help me establish that that's the same kind of person with it. Because otherwise, this just looks like a Harley just got out of the also color. I should color that one. Also, when is she can actually be in Saga 1, so this is kind of important what you're doing. This actually helps.
Am I getting paid for this one?
No. Well, this is more for you anyway. You were the one that wanted an evil Lily.
You just said side project.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Well, you can't get paid for everything, huh? You're gonna get paid for the entire series. Shut up.
No, you said I'm not getting a portion.
I said you're getting. I think you're getting paid for all the art you do and all the voice acting you do. But all the actual other royalties I will keep and use to, keep production going. Also, we haven't made any money yet, so why don't you chill out?
When are you guys going shopping?
Huh?
When are you guys going shopping?
You're
I don't
going
know.
with us.
Well, I know, that's why I'm trying to figure out what time you're going.
I don't know.
Okay.
We're working on this one now. So throughout season 1, you want there to be fights. What kind of fights are you talking about? I think season 1 is supposed to be mostly should be creating, his group of people, and we're creating our group of people, and we, clash every so often with elemental fights and stuff like that. Is that enough? There's also the plot where we lose, and Shinpei convinces Zack to, I mean, just join my team instead, kind of thing. Like, why should I trust you? I'm a you, kind of thing. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, the team goes back to being all good, and that was when Lily was at Rish initially introduced. I don't fully know how we're gonna deal with that.
Just leave.
Yeah, it's that kind of idea. I'll go and change the title officially. Let me see if Josh wants to help us with the Fashion. Fashion. What is fashion? You are amazing. You are amazing. Go. Dang. Oh, this was the video of Josh, Hart, and I playing.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, you did see it?
I'm
Did
gonna put the phone.
you see my comment? So I commented, every bing bong 2 cent. Do we end season 1 on the cliffhanger of Zack joining Shinpei's group? Pick up season 2 with them becoming normal, and start the dimensional war stuff with the Guardians showing up and those fights. My boy. It's not my boy. What do you think?
Yes.
And then season 2, at the end of each episode, so Bleach did this thing where there's a lot of non-explanations of things, and then in the middle of the series they have negative chapters that explain what happened before the series actually started. Do we do something like that? Where we have an episode 0 that comes out in the middle of season 2, that if you watch this one episode would explain everything you would need to know. Because it would make it a lot easier for people who are just just watch episode 0 first and then watch this. Or what?
Mm-hmm.
No? So what is your suggestion? Okay, well, in my mind, we have 4 options. We tell it all in order, and there's no mystery. I don't like that. We do the negative or 0 episode that people can watch later, and then when rewatching the series, you watch that first, kind of thing. I'm okay with that idea. There's a third option of, at the end of each episode, we just slowly reveal what basically would be in episode 0, where all the ends of the episodes make up an episode. I'm okay with that. It would just be kind of harder for rewatching. You have to watch the ends of episodes. It's kind of. Or maybe we do both of those ideas, where we actually just come out with the episode all together as one thing for people to watch. But it's at the end of each episode, it explains what happens in between. throwing the book in and Shinpei getting the book, because that's where the like gap is with all the mystery. What are you shaking your head at?
I think we should start it with the witches.
Okay.
Give some background.
Okay. What is your idea of some background? Alright, here's the actual story. The Greek gods are real. Okay, Zeus creates the multiverse. Okay, Hades just wants to, make his brother look bad and kind of destroy his multiverse. So he wants to cause a multiversal war. So, in one of the dimensions, he tells all like strongest sorcerers to put all your ideas in one book. So that way you never lose them. This is dimension 66. And then in the other dimensions, he just kind of spreads word that like, hey, you're not alone in the universe. There are multiple realities. So there's different versions of you, that kind of stuff. So now in every dimension, there's the idea that there's other dimensions, and in this idea, there's the power to go to other dimensions. He's thinking eventually the puzzle pieces will fall into place, and that will cause a war, which it does. But all of the sorcerers collect all their spells in the books, this one book, and originally the idea is during like the Egyptian era, but we don't need to do Egyptian stuff like at all now, because there's no Yu-Gi-Oh, so we can figure that out. But anyway, by Salem witch trials, this one witch, the Wind Witch, has the idea to steal the book, and because it's too powerful. Nobody should be able to just. If they can steal it, then an evil person can steal it, right? So they're going to steal it for good and send it to the future with a spell that will bring the book to someone who deserves to have that power. So they steal the book. The Wind Witch opens the portal to the future. That time that it would take, 350 something years, kills her. The Water Witch leaves a spell in the book to create a being that would be in the image of her sister, and then throws the book in. The book is then found by evil Josh, but that's in 350 years. So the people that were guarding the book at the time interrogate the Water Witch, and she explains what they did. So the people in charge of the book at the time were like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Whoever finds this book is worthy of the book. They're gonna be like the next Jesus Christ, basically. So we're gonna worship that person, and we have to be ready for whenever that person gets the book, because it's somewhere in the future. We don't know where in the future it is. It's obviously, well, if the Wind Witch was, let's say, in her 20s, and she died, the book's got to be somewhere like 80 plus years in the future. It turns out to be 350 years in the future, right? So the strongest sorcerers form the High Council, which is a group of 6. Well, okay, so the High Council is the strong sorcerers. So the High Council decides that they're going to form the guardians of the book, and there's going to be one from each element, and they're going to pass down their knowledge to their successor, and then that successor passes down to the successor. So there should only be 6 very strong sorcerers in the entire world, which works out because the Salem witch trials then happen, and every witch is killed except for the guardians who were in hiding. So 350 years pass of passing down the knowledge and blah blah blah. There's one of each element, and the book is finally found by Josh 66. He finds the book. He uses it to just kind of cause trouble because he had a shit life and he wants to take it out on the world. The fire guardian at the time, his name is Michael, figures out that somebody found the book. He's thrilled. Josh 66 kidnaps him before he can tell the other guardians, and Josh 66 interrogates him, just beats the shit out of him, and then just leaves him in another dimension to die. But he doesn't fully understand how the portals work, so Michael's able to just kind of go back through the portal. But because he doesn't have the book, it's a different time, so he comes in later into the story. But I think we're gonna have Michael go off and get rescued first, so some time will pass anyway. So he has some kind of concept of time passing. It's not just he skips time, and for him it was a few seconds later. Maybe we'll do a few weeks or something because he's got to recover from all of his injuries. So when he comes back eventually, he wants revenge on Josh 66 for
basically killing him, but not quite killing him. So then Josh 66 understands the Guardians because he just got all the knowledge out of the Fire One, right? So he understands that there's the Guardians. He understands that what this book is, and he decides, okay, cool, I'm going to take over the multiverse. I am going to just do whatever I want, kill anyone I want, just pure evil guy, right? So he's got his friend Zach 66, who's kind of evil too, and he says, hey, you're the new Fire Guardian. Go pretend that you were Michael's successor, join the group, and then eventually lead them to me. So then the Guardians eventually find Josh 66, and they all, oh, you're the next Jesus. We're going to worship you. And so they do whatever he says, even if it's kind of evil stuff. And the only person that starts to go, this is kind of not okay, is Jared 66. So Josh 66's final plan for Dimension 66 is to just suck all the life energy out of it into the book and just kill everybody on the planet. And then the Guardians and him will just leave to another planet and go do whatever they want on that planet. And Jared 66 is like, nah, man, that's messed up. Why would we do that? This does not seem like a good thing to do. You're supposed to be the worthy one. Like, why are you doing this? So they fight, and Jared 66 dies. Josh 66 falls into the portal, drops the book. The book puts itself in stasis because it is still on the goal of finding the correct worthy person. It was never intended to be Josh 66. Josh 66 was like a stepping stone for it to get to Josh 19. So the book puts itself in stasis. Josh 66 is aged up because of the time spell. Doesn't know where the book is, and just spends years looking for the book. And once he's actually like in the series again, he's much older. He's in his like 60s, and he spreads the word that there's this evil book, and an evil person is looking for it. And he says that they need to find the book first, and doesn't tell them that he is the evil person. So then the Guardians go back to Jared's father and tell him, hey, your son betrayed basically Jesus, and he's dead now, and we're going to go to the other dimension and try to find Jesus again. So Father 66 is mad that his son was murdered and wants revenge on the Jesus, because, why would Jesus kill my son? That's fucked up. So he goes to the other dimension too, and everybody else in that dimension is just going to die. So I guess Lily 66 would have to find a way off there as well, because she's not part of the Guardians or anything like that. And she's the only other character from that dimension. So then Josh 19 finds the book, and he uses the life energy from Dimension 66 to make the world a better place. His, Earth 19 a better place. And then he finds out about, these people looking for the book, and he's like, well, that must be my book, because, my book is magical. So he decides that he needs to protect it, but he can't protect it alone. So he goes to people he trusts, people he knows are strong. I haven't decided who they are yet. He goes to 6 other people. He poses as a god or a god and says, hey, you have been chosen. You need to find this book and protect it. And then he pretends to be a 7th person that was chosen by God. So he's basically like the undercover boss. And he gives the book.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Toby. Hey, form this group, and then joins the group. It's kind of like that, but actually a good person. So then Josh 19.
You said speaking of.
Yeah, right. Josh 19 gives the book to Zach 19, and then doesn't really give him any instructions. I need to figure out why. But Zach 19 studies the book, figures out that somebody created Chikyu, this being that is too powerful, and Zach 19's goal is to kill her. So yeah, at some point Josh 19 made Chikyu. I guess using the life energy from the other planet makes sense. So now we've got the Guardians looking for the book, the evil Josh looking for the book. The evil Josh tells the general guy, Juan, about the book, and so then they've got the 7 people looking for the book, and Juan Guardian's looking for the book. The Great Eight looking for the book. Josh gave the book to Zach 19. Zach 19 uses it to go to Dimension 1 to go kill Chikyu. So then Chikyu realizes she's being targeted and hunting. Somehow she knows about all the magic stuff. Starts giving out totems, leaving totems in town for people to see if she can find some people that would be good to join her group that she's forming. She leaves 2 in town. One of them is somebody that did not deserve it, so she takes it back. You know, he was using it to cause trouble and crime and stuff like that. The other person, she doesn't know what happened to it, and we find that out later.
Interesting.
Right. Then the third person she leaves the totem for is Zach. Zach turns out to be a good person. He tries to do superhero stuff and like vigilante, and she goes, "Okay, yeah, you got a good idea, but bigger picture, we gotta stop this very evil person who is Zach 19, but he calls himself Shimpi, so nobody knows who he is."
Can he wear a shrimp t-shirt when he's being undercover?
That's not what Shimpi means, though. It's
It's
Japanese
shrimpy.
for like mystery or something like that.
Shrimpy.
I don't even remember what Shimpi Takina means anymore. Because Takina is mystery or something? So yeah, he calls himself Shimpi Takina. It's the book of Takina. I'll look it up. I wrote down what it meant a long time ago, so I'm just gonna figure it out here. Japanese to English. Chikyu means earth. Her original name was Chīmu-Nova Hakori, which meant Earth Pride, but I'm changing it to Chīmu-Nova because she forms the Nova group, which is awesome. Shimpi Takina, altogether, hyphenated, means mysterious. So I guess neither one really mean anything.
Shrimpy.
If I was undercover, I wouldn't wear a shirt that sounds like my evil name. Anyway, so Shimpi, at some point my idea with Shimpi was that he uses the book to go to different, was that Josh 19? Somebody uses the book a bunch and ages up, and because they used it so much has to, so the age spell ages you, but I think Shimpi learns that you can channel it to just one part of your body, so that only that part of your body would age up. So like he's got like a really old looking arm, that kind of thing, and he does it so much that his body parts start to just fall off, and just he needs to chop them off or something like that. So he starts replacing body parts with robotic parts. So his head is still human, but like the rest of his body, maybe he's got one arm that's really old, and then like the rest of his body is like a robot, but it doesn't seem like it's a robot. And he uses dark powers. I think. I don't know. I haven't decided that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because Zach 66 uses fire. Zach 1 uses fire. Zach 8 uses fire. Another Zach is going to use lightning. Zach 19 can be dark. That's where we're. So Chikyu's forming her group. She asks Zach, "Hey, do you have anybody in mind?" I recruit Tori and Alex, and that's kind of where I stop with ideas of how adapting the Yu-Gi-Oh series into this. So one, the question is, where does episode 1 start? What does episode 1 leave off? Like, skip, so that way it can be a mystery later. And where to go from there on the story-wise. It's very similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh series, but it's not the same. So, like, what kind of differences do we make? Are you paying attention now?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm asking questions, not suggesting.
You're not really asking questions.
Huh?
So you weren't really asking questions.
Yeah, where does episode 1, what does episode 1 actually consist of? How much of all that backstory is explained in that one episode?
I say we do up until, so when the book goes to Shimpi, I say we go to that, and then it goes to present. Not Shimpi.
That's way too much.
No, not Shimpi. Sorry.
Josh.
Josh.
66?
Yeah.
So you're saying
Zeus created the multiverse. The witches threw it into the portal. All that is explained in the first episode.
Yes.
So then it cuts to Shinpei having the book. So people watching episode 1 are going to think, what, he's the worthy one? Like, he was just given the book. Is that I mean, I guess that's fine. We just explain that later. Yeah?
No, I said Josh having the book.
We cut to Josh 19 having the book?
66.
Cut. There's nothing being cut then.
Yeah, the 350 years.
Well, that's never going to be shown anyway. That's just explained. Hey, you know, they kept it going of the knowledge of the book. So what you're saying, just don't have any mystery? You were onto something. I liked what I thought you said. Alright, so what I thought you said was we start the story explaining the whole Zeus thing, and then we say that the book was thrown into the future, and it would be bad if the book falls into the wrong hands. And then we cut to Shinpei like attacking Chikyu or something. And then Chikyu realizes she needs protection, so she starts leaving around the totems in town. The first episode is her, you know, with the first two people, and then ends with, you know, a bit of, you know, seeing Zack use it for good. And then episode 2 starts with her explaining everything, and then he recruits Zack and Tori, or Alex and Tori, and then what? Well, the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Idea was that there were signers and dark signers, and the signers were forming a group of good people to fight against the evil people. And some of the people that Zack chose turned out to be evil. I think I could still use that. So maybe just we get Alex and Tori, but we still need more people. So the next people we recruit turn out to not be good, just evil people. And is it at that point Zack is not made evil, but kind of like convinced to join Shinpei? That's way. It's like 5 episodes max. And I don't want each. How long is each season gonna be? I don't want there to be filler like at all. Maybe 1 filler episode a season of like, you know, fun stuff versus serious stuff. So the question is, do we bring Lily and Jared onto the team before the evil people or after the evil people? Because originally the plan was that Chikyu kind of snaps Zack out of being not brainwashed, but like I guess kind of brainwashed. I don't know. But Lily could also be the person to do it. So which one makes more sense? And what we can do is have Lily and Jared join first, and then instead of having Father join next, have the evil people join next, and they turn out to be evil. Josh says he's down for both and wants no money unless you become very, very profitable.
What were you asking?
If he wants to, 1, voice act the Joshes, and 2, does he want to help with like narrowing down the plot and making it all work out and looking for plot holes and stuff like that. Okay, so that's good that we got him on. Should I just add him to the chat?
trying to think of. Our show is like a Power Rangers knockoff. In Power Rangers, they have, you know, the good guy group and then the bad guy who has a bunch of lackeys and stuff like that. And each episode, he sends out a new villain for them to fight against. We could kind of have that same idea with like Shinpei recruiting people that are kind of evilish to be a part of his group, and then eventually it's like a ranger team, good team versus bad team, which I think is really cool. So we could do a 5-on-7 kind of thing. 5 good guys versus 7 bad guys, and then we bring on Father. But which Father is it? I think having Father 66 be the 6th member of our team makes more sense, and Father 1 just being like a normal human.
Would he be old?
Nah, he'd be about the same age anyway. Or maybe he would be a little bit older because I don't think Jared 66 is 17. I feel like he'd be a little bit older. But that would mean that yeah, Josh 66 and Zach 66 are supposed to be older, I think. But then again, we can just do whatever the fuck we want now, since we're like redoing the whole story anyway. Okay, so if I want to do a 5 versus 7 thing, what are the 5? What are the 7? So the 5 is the 5 of us, right? Minus Father. The 7 would be Shinpei, Sean, and Yoshua, who are the bad people that I thought were going to be good people kind of thing. And do we add... I think it might be smarter to add Jared and Lily separately. You know, first it's Zach, then it's Zach, Alex, and Tori, and then it's maybe Zach, Alex, Tori, and then we add Jared, and then we later add Lily. And maybe I try to add on Yoshua and Sean, and they turn out to be bad, and they betray us. We're working. So yeah, so if you have any ideas for people to be on Shinpei's team, I think so far we only have 3 slots taken. Because originally they were all Dark Siders, but now it's like I don't need them to be. I mean, I could use the same people and just take off the Dark Siderness of them. One was this bully woman, and I don't really remember the other ones. I think it was like his only defining trait was that he was a like really tall guy. Like big. His name was Giant because he had the giant Earth Bound Immortal. Yeah, so we definitely have some open spots. That's something I was thinking we could do with Patreon. Hey, you know, do you want to contribute to our series, pay money for our series to keep going? If depending on how much you pay, you can have a character, a minor character or a main character. You don't have to actually voice it, but you know you could just give us ideas for the character, like base the character off of you, kind of thing. Maybe that could be a really cool thing, is you get to voice your own character on the show. I think that would be a fun Patreon thing. Obviously, we would need more stuff, but those 3 stages of 1. A character, you get to name a character or something. 2, you get to help us like hammer down a character based off of you. And 3, you get a character based off of you, and you get to voice it too. Maybe design a character could be somewhere in that too. And like the ultimate one is you get to design a character, voice it, and you know, contribute to a series in some way. Legally, I think we have to figure out a way that nobody can steal our ideas. I don't know how to do that, but whatever copyrights we buy it. I don't even ideas for the Shimpies team? Anything at all? Originally, they were the Dark Signers. There were 7 of them, and I like the idea that there's more villains than there are good guys. So, like when we do a team battle, there's more bad guys than good guys. So it's like a 7. It would be a 6-on-7 at least. So there can be like 1 extra villain, but like would I guess a 2v1 someone. Maybe 2 people fight either father or I because we're supposed to be the most powerful on the team. So. Who else could be on the villain team? So far, I think we only have 3 people, and even then, it's like
With a mask,
somebody with a mask.
like a full mask. We don't know who they are.
Okay, who are they? Okay, so Shimpi's thing is these guys don't even have to be that evil either. If Shimpi's whole thing is, you know, hey, this person's too powerful, we need to kill her. So these people think that they're doing the right thing in a sense. Right? So it could even be like friends that we know and just we disagree. Right? I'm thinking if Mark wants to be a part of the series, we can easily fit him into the Great 8. He would be somebody that Josh trusted to, hey, go worship, or not worship, the other one, find the book and protect it. I am God, I have chosen you. I think Mark would go for that.
The samurai person would be cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Because I was thinking about what is Naruto? Naruto is a bunch of ninjas that use magic for like elemental attacks and stuff. And I was like, fuck. Our thing is just magic. But what if like we were samurais instead? Or we get samurai armor? Or that explains why we have a sword each? I don't know.
Someone we know is a swordsman. They create a bunch of swords, and
The swords are magic? Or we encase them with magic?
and so they give us the swords, and they disagree with us, so then they become a part of the 7.
I mean, that could go somewhere. But I want to hammer down the idea of like the explanation of how our powers work. So we have a totem. We channel our energy into it. And now it allows us to use that element. So my idea was that we're always in contact with it. Because otherwise, if somebody else has it, then we can't use our power. So it's sort of like a morpher. So originally the totem was something you would hold, like a handle, basically. Can we turn that into something that would be worn in some way? Because evil Jared, the Jared 77, has 3 of them. So what, does he hold 2 in one hand and 1 in the other? Like, or how do we do that? Or do the totems themselves become our armor? I kind of like that. So we would need an object as like an idea. Okay, that could kind of work just temporarily. So this is the totem.
The tissues.
This is not tissue. This is a empty roll of toilet paper with like just a little bit of toilet paper still on it. So
His tissues.
yeah, I use them as tissues. We channel our energy into it because everyone's born with magical abilities. Just not everyone knows how to use them or anything like that. We channel our elemental energy into it, and then somehow it encases us in armor. And then one, I would want to establish how it would encase us and give a good explanation, or maybe the transformation, that kind of stuff. I've had a few ideas over the years of like our rangers, and then basically just taking those ideas that I made up anyway. Like it goes into a big bubble, and then kind of sounds a lot like nanotech, but it's not. It'd be magic based. And then where would the swords come into play? Also, our idea was that we all have a sword, right? We all have the same katana, maybe a different color, like on the handle, banding wise, the wrappings. But we all have the same katana, and it turns into whatever weapon we wanted, just like in our Fortnite loadouts, right? What if other teams have a different weapon? Like we chose it to be a sword, so other teams choose something else as their base weapon or something. So that way it's not too much like Bleach, where everyone has a sword that turns into another weapon. But then what other weapons could people have? I mean, some team could be a stick. Some team could be a spear. Just simple things, I guess. Still trying to figure out the site.
I'm just trying to get a photo so I can use it as a base.
So if this is a totem, I think I would want to be a little bit smaller than this. But I loaded up with my energy, and in case it's being armor, where does my sword come from? What is the logic there? I feel like I want Alex for this help too. Okay, Josh. That's even called one. Why? You missed the stream. I'm asking you questions.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to draw.
Well, help me with this too.
Watch you read.
Huh?
So watch you read.
She doesn't care. We could just call it like aura, right? The aura, your elemental energy creates an aura around you that just is kind of like armor and can be chipped away, but it doesn't like heal back up like Iron Man does. I didn't like that. Where like his helmet gets broken off in Infinity War, and so then like the nanotech from other parts of his body become his helmet again. That was just too OP to me. But nothing like that. It'd be like, if it chips off, it's done for that session of you being not morphed. That would be really cool too. If our characters were in Brawlhalla, we would be sword and whatever our other weapon is. That'd be fucking awesome. Anyway. I need help with this.
What question?
Where does the sword come from? Where do we keep? Is it just completely magic that we just pull out of nothing?
No, the guy makes the swords for us.
Okay, but where are they stored when we're not morphed?
Oh.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
They compress into like.
How the fuck? Unless we just. Okay, how about this? We on our I don't know what we'd call it yet. Ooh, we can use the word essence because that's what was in the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Somehow we use the word essence. Okay. You get your totem. You load it up with your elemental energy. It then encases you in the armor-like magic that chips away when people attack you, and like it would stay broken until next time you go full charge again. Anyway, when you're in that armored state, you have a pocket that is like Mary Poppins' purse, basically. So you can pull out a weapon of any size, and then we pull out our sword from our pocket, basically. So it's kind of like we always have a sword on us, but it doesn't need to actually physically be there, but we have it. Does that make sense? I like that. I think I'm okay with that. So we pull the sword out, and then our swords are also magic my idea was that when Tori starts using other elements, she uses wind as well, that she is able to have a different weapon. Oh, how cool would her AR be if it shot ice? Ice bullets. Because, yeah, I want to do that. When she has the water powers and she uses only water, she's got the trident. And then when she goes to ice, she has an AR. I want to do that. And if she's not going to fucking contribute, then I don't really care that much. But I don't want to, like, make her character someone she wouldn't want to voice. Anyway. So Bucky's thing is a sniper that shoots electricity. Mine is the sword that turns into two swords, that turns it back into a big sword. Well, not a big sword, it's the same size sword, but I can shoot fire off of it and stuff like that. Yours is your sword that dissipates into, I guess, like dirt. Dirt tiny that you can control and move around with your arms like fucking Scarlet Witch, basically. Can you compress it into shapes?
Rocks.
Yeah. Well, but into a circle. Hit something so hard with it, it feels like a rock.
That'd be a cool sight. I don't know if it exists. But the end is like really jagged like this. So when it's cutting into someone, it's just like...
What, like that end underneath it? Yeah, okay. Well, you make lilies like that.
Lily does it, honestly.
Lily 66. The one you're drawing right now.
That's what I'm doing.
Are you going to make it jagged?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not what I thought you meant. I thought you meant just like, it is the blade, but the blade is jagged. You know what I mean? Like, if this was the slice end, if this was the slice end, it would just be kind of sharp, because it comes back around.
No,
That
I've
kind of
seen
thing.
that.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Well, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Alright, so, let's review. You get the totem, you load it up with your energy. When it's at full, you can encase your entire body in the armor. The armor can chip away. When you're in your armored state, you have a pocket. That pocket, you can pull out your weapon. Does everyone just get a sword? Definitely the 6 of us get a sword that turns into something else. Is that too much like Bleach? Could we get in trouble for that? If everyone just, the whole thing, everyone has a sword that turns into something else? Yes. But like their swords are a living creature. We're not doing that. Oh, where does Zords come into this? The familiars. What do we do with that? I feel like I might be going too far into the route of Power Rangers. The armor and stuff. I don't know. Not armor, but like magic looking armor. Like it kind of looks like it's not there, but it's there. Like an aura, an essence. And maybe it slightly changes your clothing look, just so we, don't look like our normal selves. My idea was that everything is covered except for our eyes, like wrappings of sort. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking, but there's a character, like maybe it's the guy from the book series that was added to Fortnite that Alex likes. I don't know.
What is that new thing?
What is it?
Ash Welling?
Oh, that's Evil Dead. You know the how spooky Doctor Strange 2 was? The guy who directed that movie, Sam Raimi, also directed the Evil Dead movies and Spider-Man, the original ones. basically Power Rangers, right? So can I also just kind of do whatever I want? What else do we have to do today?
Shopping.
Right. Do you want to play Fortnite?
Mm-mm.
Do you want to play Brawlhalla?
Mm-mm.
Do you want to keep working on the series?
Not really.
What else are we gonna play? Watch a scary movie?
Yeah.
Play Dead by Daylight?
Not really.
Play Predator?
Mm.
Oh my god. See what I have to deal with or hear what I have to deal with? What else do we have planned? Oh, did you hear about the Ghostbusters game? Yeah, Alex said that Saw is very gory.
I've seen gory.
What did you see in gory?
Predator.
Yes, those are. I don't know.
John Wick.
I said that we were gonna watch. Yeah, well, okay. I said we were gonna watch it with Lily, and he was like, "Those movies are like
I'm 14.
violent, gore, very. Just if you like violence and gore and stuff, that's what you want to watch." Like, well, we did quite some progress here, right? We gotta get my wiper blades. We gotta replace it. We gotta get the flex tape. We gotta tape up my car. We gotta get. I guess that's it. Alright, well, my votes, I guess, are Saw or Scream.
I've seen Supernatural.
Yeah, it's a TV show. Could Josh 1 be on Shimpy's team? Would that make any sense? Yeah. Remember the 7 people? Or are you done? Yeah. I think the auras could be like the elemental auras could be represented in different colors. Fire would be red, water would be blue, dark would be either black or Power Rangers are pretty based, like, you know, all that color, right? But what if we are, like, we look like our element, kind of thing? So you're, like, just littered with pink flowers in your costume. Mine would be, like, a fiery kind of look.
Flowers.
So my idea is, like, we're wearing clothing that has magic aura over it. I don't know. Maybe I would like the idea of the nanotech being able to move kind of thing. I don't know. Do we wear the clothing, or is the clothing magic as well?
Maybe it's cute.
So we have to change our outfits and then put the magic aura over us to, like, get into a fight where we would want people to know our identities.
Hmm?
Sounds like a lot. What if the aura looks like clothing? Whatever you imagine. And that's why people look differently with it. Because I've always thought of, like, the evil Jared in armor. Not armor, but, like, closer to armor. Basically, the one soccer player, you know, the yellow and green and the blue. That's where the idea came from. Which, by the way, I got the emote of sitting in the Black Adam's chair on that account. So now evil Jared can do the lightning sit-in chair. That's pretty cool.
I think it's weird that they put the go-kart in the Anime Legends.
Yeah, I agree. Oh well. Yeah, so those are some big questions we gotta establish. How exactly does the morphing work? Does every single magic user use a sword, or what? A sword first, that goes into something else. Is that too much like Bleach? Who else is on Shinpei's team? Yeah, are they just completely made up characters? You know, I forgot we could just do the idea of the Patreon. But the problem with that is if we don't get enough people early on, we need people early on. You know? Because we have ideas for future people, not early people. I don't know. I mean, I guess we can push it. Gary can be an early. Oh, Gary could be on the Shinpei's team. Or maybe he is it first and then leaves, so that way we can have Patreon people join. I think alright, so different levels of Patreon. You name a character. You suggest an element for one of the characters. You actor. So, okay, 1, name a character. 2, you suggest an element for that character. Or maybe a character that's already been, like, chosen and just doesn't have an element yet, kind of thing. Or would that be for... Well, okay, if you were paying money for a series, would you want to... which would be more important to you? Naming it or picking an element for a character that becomes a character in the series? Naming? Okay, so I guess element would be the lower tier. So you pick an element of one of the characters that will be made. You name the character. You help write the backstory for the character on 3. 4. Okay, what would be no bias of an artist? Which would be more important to you? Backstory of a character or visual design of a character?
Backstory.
Okay. So 1, element. 2, name. 3, design. 4, backstory. 5, you can voice act a character. 6, So who could we have in? My thing is we need to get people to know about this that would care to put some money into it so they can have a character before we get to the point where those characters can be introduced. I guess the best thing we could do is come out with a pilot episode and try and get it popular, but we are very far from that, I guess. Another big question we have to answer is Josh 1. He's obviously supposed to be important at some point. Yes. Or maybe later. Originally Josh 1 was a very important character, but so far I have nothing for him. Maybe he could be a side character that becomes important in Saga 2. Or maybe even like Season 2 or something. I don't quite know what to do with Josh 1 now. Because in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, Tori, Alex, and Jared were not a part of the team. And actually, Saga 2, it was just you and I. It was Chikyu, who is now like our leader person, which isn't actually like a part of the team. She's just kind of there. But she could fight though. So she'd be our 7-on-7. Maybe we gotta make the villain team even bigger than 7.
9.
A 7 versus 9? Okay. So Chikyu's thing is more light based than lightning. It's like a higher grade of the light element. Not everyone can do light, but they can do lightning. Or maybe vice versa. I don't know, I haven't decided. I just want Bucky to use lightning. That'd be cool. Ooh, Chikyu could be like the female Yellow Ranger. Yellow and white to Bucky's yellow and black. So we're the 6 elements and an extra light. Versus dark, dark, maybe water. We gotta figure something out. And is there like a rock, paper, scissors to the elements? Or is it just a who's stronger kind of thing? I mean, it wouldn't really make sense if there was absolutely no rock, paper, scissors to it. Like, you know, water beats fire. That's obvious. So, I don't know.
maybe it's just 7 and a bunch of lackeys. And Shikyu doesn't always join, so it's like a 6-on-7, and they have like an army of just mindless soldiers that should be magically created. Kind of like the rock figures that Charmcaster makes in Ben 10, but like not big. Her clothing is way too light. I pictured her in like all black. She doesn't look like she would use dark powers. I don't know.
Don't you see her hair is purple?
But why is she wearing such a bright outfit?
She's Lily. She's evil Lily.
To what degree is this the evil Lily? What
She
happened
kills
in her
people.
life that's different? That's it. It's just you, but you decided you like killing people.
Yeah.
What made you try killing people? Good fucking Christ, you're like, how old? We need to establish that kind of stuff. Oh, there's an early picture of Lily 66. I don't think we'll quite make it. See, that looks way more like what I would think she would look like. It looks like she's holding the scythe, but she's not. Looks like she's holding the scythe, but she's not.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, kinda. And she looks like Ruby. Cloaked with a scythe. And I guess that's death too, female. I wonder if Ruby will ever come into Brawlhalla here. What would she be, like, fake crossover? Scythe and Ori? I don't know what she did. Is Scythe and Gauntlet's a thing? Like not. Right? I have Scythe and Gauntlets. I have a picture of it.
Wait, so I did worse?
Huh? How do you figure?
Oh, I was counting it as 9.5.
Good fucking Christ.
It's 12.
And 9.5 is still more than 9.
Yeah, but like, I meant I did worse on each character. Cause like, I don't think there were any 3s on the last one. It was 4, 3, and a 2.
He's out, right?
Okay, so what do you rate Jared now?
Still not worth. You're not getting. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. That's like one of my lowest priorities right now. Yes, it's important that we have pictures for everyone. At some point, you should probably call it all in so we can. So something. Is there something going on? There is a second going?
Yeah.
Who? Oh. Duh.
Yeah.
Who? What?
I'm trying to think of.
Do you know and you just can't think of their name? I'll give you a hint. They're on that screen. Do you know who it is? You just can't think of their name? Like you could point to them? Or no?
Mordex?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Neat.
I knew it.
And then
You didn't know it either.
I mean, I had to think about it. I didn't look it up, but once I started looking it up, I went, oh, wait a minute. There definitely is one. what Ruby would be.
So we're watching Saw or Scream?
Or are we going shopping?
I think so.
That's it. The only things you want to do on the list today?
I guess we can play Predator. I just don't want to play right now.
Okay. We can just push that. You want pizza?
You like the scary movie. Or chips or something.
Yeah, that would be cool. What do we have?
Eat that since I can't eat ramen.
Why? Fuck you. Yeah, what to do about Josh 1, that's kind of important. What are you doing?
Why don't you have a wallpaper?
Leave one?
Your phone is white.
Mm-hmm.
My phone's black.
But you would actually drop it because you're closet. It's more gray.
My phone is black.
It's gray.
It's black.
No, it's gray.
It's colored named black.
It's gray.
How's that gray?
The sides are gray. That's all I was looking at. Yeah, that's black. I'll give you that. But then this is gray.
God dang, my phone.
Reasons.
I know, screen protector. Why is it telling accuracy?
Is that you?
Is what?
Somebody just commented. On the string, it's supposed to be not private.
Yeah.
Hi. Who goes there? It is you.
Go
you
away.
Fucking liar. Alright, I think we've done enough work for today.
Yes. Let's see how my eye pencil thingies. Oh, it's still over halfway charged. Good job.
Alright.